Well, didn't want to do this right away, but given that it's an appropriate week to do this, and gamers will know what I'm talking about, I think it's best that I now finish my review of the Transformers trilogy. Alright, since I failed to do this in my Revenge of the Fallen review, I'm going to give a little backstory for the two people out there who don't know what Transformers is about. Transformers is basically a toy line from Hasbro that appeared in the 80s and was turned into a cartoon show. And you saw my DVD collection. I do have the entire G1 series on DVD, and it's a really, really dumb show. But it's fun to watch because of how stupid it is. If you're in the mood to get some of your friends together and perform like a Mystery Science Theater 3000, then I recommend you pick this, because there is a lot to make fun of in this show, but it's not a good show by any means. And mainly that's because I didn't grow up on Transformers, especially this particular series. I was a kid of the 90s and wasn't alive when the G1 series was airing, because the things I grew up with were Pokemon, Old School Cartoon Network, and Pixar. I never even owned a single Transformers toy. So when this movie was coming out and I saw trailers for it, I just thought to myself, don't really care for this. It looks stupid. And keep in mind, this was before I even knew who Michael Bay was or what his style of filmmaking was about, if you can even call what he does filmmaking. So anyway, a friend of mine invited me to go see the movie, and you know who you are. And I wasn't going to turn it down. I said, yeah, let's go see it. And when I saw it, I did like it. Back when I first saw it, keep in mind. Because after time has passed and after those two horrible things, my enjoyment of this movie slowly decreased. Alright, this plot is a giant mess, but basically, I mean, the movie's been out for practically 5 years, so whatever. It's basically the Autobots come to Earth to keep a cube away from the Decepticons. That's me putting it simply, because there's a lot of convoluted stuff in this plot, and it doesn't stick to any science to where I can make the plot sound not silly. Now, I should probably say, even though my enjoyment of this movie has decreased over time and the plot is a gigantic mess, I don't hate this movie. I wouldn't even... Okay, maybe I would say I dislike it in a way, but... Okay, let's go into why I don't hate this movie. First of all, this movie didn't fill me with the anger and hate that the two sequels filled me with. The comedy, most of the time, it's just meh. Sometimes it made me laugh, actually, unlike the sequels, which got 0 laughs out of me. However, there's that one scene where Bumblebee pisses on John Turturro, which I'm sure every Transformers fan has used it as a metaphor for Michael Bay pissing on the franchise. And actually, those are probably the only reasons why I don't hate this movie. What I don't like is obviously Bumblebee pissing on John Turturro. The action scenes are shot way too close. Too much time devoted to the humans. And Shia LaBeouf just screaming, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Hold on a sec. Okay, there we go. So what did I like about the movie? Well, the special effects obviously are good, and as much as I detest Shia LaBeouf saying, well, you know, I did like him. Josh Duhamel and Tyrese are good in the movie. They're actually the two human characters that I actually liked throughout the whole series. Being a Transformers fan now, it's really cool for Peter Cullen to voice Optimus Prime after so long, and he's the only person who should ever voice Optimus Prime. Ever. But in the end, it's okay. I mean, I disliked it more than I liked it, but it's all right. It's not terrible. 3 stars is my rating. It would have been 2, but it gets an extra star for being the thing that introduced me to Transformers and made me a Transformers fan. Even though Michael Bay tried his damnedest to make me hate this series. But I still got one more movie in this series to review, and then I'll get into why I still give a shit about Transformers. So, till next time, I'll see you guys later. And there's a glitch. So...